Jonas, hello.
Hi, Terry.
Jonas is extremely connected to his spirit guides. He's been maybe his whole life. And I thought we could pick his brain about if we want to learn how to do this. And please go down to beginner level, Jonas. What would you do if you wanted to build a relationship or to communicate more with your guides?
First of all, I am extremely grounded, and that is the thing, because in the communication with our guides, they need us grounded for the connection, you know. So to get the real flow, the grounding is really important. So of course you need to sit down, you need to breathe and have silence, and you know, try not to be disturbed.
Be calm.
So it is not difficult actually, you know, and there's all kind of techniques, and but what you actually need is just yourself and to be aware in the moment. So I just closed my eyes, and this is how I did it the first time, and I did this exercise probably four or five times before I actually felt anything. So I close my eyes, I take a deep breath, I make sure that my shoulders are relaxed, my jaw, and then now I'm gonna play the role as the observer and not the one to try to fix or understand or judge. Remember that the communication from the guides, the sign is subtle, you know, silence, small touches, you know. And when you sit there in silence, you may feel nothing to begin with, but you can just say to yourself or to your guides that I invite you in. And then you just listen with all your senses. You breathe, you concentrate on your breath. You don't try to achieve anything. You just sit there, and what you're actually doing now is that you are creating space and room, increasing your frequency, so you like open the door for your guides. And the sensations, feelings you may get is tingling in your hair. It may be popping ears, tingling in your face, warm or cold feelings on your shoulders, some kind of pressure in the air around you. So it's not like you can expect that your guides are fully in manifestation in front of you. It doesn't work like that. You just need to take this step by step. And okay, maybe the first time or the fifth time you feel something. And it could be tingling behind your left ear, for example, and maybe in your forehead. So then you just don't try to understand, just sit in it. And when you do that, it's like you're building the bridge, you're building the connection. Sit within the energy. You do that for a while. And then maybe next time you do the same thing, still you don't try to achieve anything, but you can ask yourself, is this like the feeling in your forehead, is it a masculine or a feminine energy. And just follow what first comes to your mind. Okay. And so then you have taken the next step, and the next step after that would be, for example, is this an old soul, old person, a young person? Is it, and often you get up some kind of signs. And for me, it's the heavier it feels, the older the person is, But it could be guides from another galaxy, or it could be your grandfather that have died. So, but I did this step by step. I sit in the energy. You can't rush it. The only way to rush it is to sit within. And step by step, I invited them in, and I learned that this energy, I invited in the energy that tingles me like behind the left there, and I specifically invited that energy in, and it came. And I did the same with the others. And then, step by step, over time, I build the connection. So now I don't do this anymore. They are just there. I close my eyes, I breathe, and I have my communication all the time. But it hasn't been like this all the time. It's training, practicing. But it's one step at a time. And you may feel that, oh my God, this is gonna take forever. But trust me, if you just jump into this, it will happen. So,
in what way does this relationship in what way is it a plus for you? Is it some kind of benefit? It doesn't help your life when you go into the supermarket and drive home and.
Oh yes, of course. It gives me a call, that they are with me. And when I'm in a tough situation, for example, suddenly, like now, I feel them, and I know, okay, they are here with me. And of course, it gives me another perspective on life. When I'm a little bit too much a human being and into the drama and everything, it's easier for me to just step out of it because, okay, it's a bigger picture here. So that's the benefit. But I think it's really important to understand that it's not like you can expect a fully manifestation of your guides in your room with you, like,
seeing a person or something.
It doesn't work like that. It happens, but it doesn't work like that. Not in your daily life. So it is in the silence everything happens. And silence, Terry, is the most powerful language we have. Because we create space in the room. And that's the thing.